Well, specifically to BoBoiBoy, the movie, we actually gave, because BoBoiBoy is an MSc status company, they're able to tap on the BCI2 funds under MDeC. And these are funds for them to develop their content. So they got about 2.6 million for production funds that they received from MDeC, and also assistance in terms of rendering farm that we have in our Mac tree. So the Mac tree allows them to render all the scenes that you saw today, and I think it's actually quite substantial in terms of how they use our rendering farm. But more importantly, I think we also gave them the assistance in terms of market validation, connecting them to the right party so that they can actually look at how they can distribute the content even further. Oh, actually, we do the same thing. I think the funding is actually was for any company that actually was MSc status. Right now, the government has, to our Ministry of Communications and Multimedia, has decided to allocate all the funding under one group called the Pitching Center. And the Pitching Center is being implemented by FINAS, but it's actually a collaboration between FINAS, MCMC and MDeC. So it's actually the whole ministry working together to actually fund content. So that they can get funding from the Pitching Center, but they can also, because of their MSc status, any of the animation companies who are MSc status can still get assistance from us in terms of rendering, in terms of market access, which we do bring our companies out to markets. Recently we were at the Kids Screen in Summit in Miami, where we brought our companies together for market access opportunities. So these are the sort of assistance that we give to our companies. Right now, a lot of it is being done by Animonsta themselves, but whatever assistance they need in terms of looking at the international market, we recently connected them to Cambodia. We're looking at bringing them to Japan, bringing to the Japanese market, and coming next will be stuff like NSC and MIPCOM, where we will actually be able to bring the content out into the global market. Well, yeah, as you can see, a lot of the look and feel is no really longer Southeast Asian in feel. Although the language is Bahasa Malaysia, but the way it looks very global in that nature. It kind of feels like you're watching a bit of anime, you're watching some a bit of sort of a Pixar kind of story. All of it melded together, and it looks a very sleek global product, and I think it can travel quite well. Now I think what they have to really figure out is how they adapt to the market. Either the market will receive the content in Bahasa Malaysia, or they need to redub it, or reanimate for different languages. Yeah, I mean, this is Animonsta, and BoBoiBoy is a very good example of people who really wanted to do and wanted to do it well. They started from from just interns having a dream, starting up their company, and now being so big, having the tenacity and the drive to actually become a global player. And now they are there. I think they can grow even more, and I think they're set up to be the next biggest sort of animation house from this region and into the world. Okay.